Good morning, good evening to everyone across the world. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Channel. My name is Sensei and I am doing my show. Welcome to the Sunday show. We'll be talking about crypto, stocks, anything you guys suggest in the comments. It's a great privilege to be on this channel, having my own show. I'd like to thank Martyn for giving me this opportunity. We'll hopefully turn this into a weekly series. We'll have a weekly giveaway running. And I look forward to all your comments, suggestions, any questions you have. And I'm very excited for this. This is me. I'm Sensei Crypto. I'm the man behind the charts. I'm the person who's been calling in for over a year and a half. I know it's very weird for you guys to see my face. It's also weird for me to be here showing you what I am, who I am, and this is me, Sensei Crypto, and I'm finally here on the show. I'm very excited to get into this. Do stick around. We do have that giveaway, the $10, the weekly giveaway. Today we're going to be talking about anything you guys suggest. To be honest, this is the first show I want to get a gauge of what you guys want to see. Obviously, I love talking about crypto. I think crypto could be life-changing. I'm going to look at some charts about why I think altcoins are going to continue coming down, and when is probably the good time to get back into crypto. We're going to have a look into a deep dive into the Fed Chairman Powell's speech and what I took away from it, because we know what we were expecting, a pause, skip, something like that, but we need to dive into what he said and what that can mean for the future. Is there going to be another interest rate hike? I'm in the camp that there doesn't need to be. Just like Martyn says, I don't think there needs to be, but there is a chance that there could be, and we'll look into that. We'll also look into obviously the crypto market, and any suggestions you guys have. So let's get into it. Okay, let's have a look at some of the comments. Hey Sensei. It's very nice to be here with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the viewers. This is exciting. We do have 3 magic numbers today. We've seen it when Martyn does it before. There's going to be 3, one in the next sort of 5 minutes, one half an hour in, and one probably towards the end. And this is probably going to be a 1-hour show. We'll see how it goes. And there's going to be one sort of towards the end, the last 50 minutes. We'll have another magic number. You add them all together, you put them into either Martyn's website, or I'll give you the link to my website where it has the giveaway page. You put that in, you get yourself 100 tickets. Because they are smaller prizes, what we're going to do is just reduce the amount of things you have to do, just so we give a lot of people the opportunity to win. We've done big, I've sponsored big giveaways, but I think it'll be nice to do the $10 giveaways where more people can win and it's easier for you guys to win. So I'll give you the first number shortly. But this is the Bitcoin chart. I have recently changed as of this morning, to dark mode. I think it's a nicer view experience for you guys. That does mean some of my charts lines will no longer show up. For example, if I had black lines, they won't be showing up, but that's fine. Charts stay the same, so we can completely delete the charts and we can redo them with you guys. So I can show you what I see in charts and how I identify low risk zones, high risk zones, and yeah. So okay, so let's look at the comments quickly. Hello guys. Yes, James, CRO. We will look into that, definitely. I do remember your suggestion. It's great to have you here as well. We're on Rumble and X. Brilliant. Mr. Bogues, welcome. Keaton S. Good to see you, Sensei. Welcome to the show. Jojo S, it's not a Rolex, it's just an Apple Watch. Okay. Craig, very nice to see you as well. Great to be here. Love the mug. Yes, I do have the Sensei Crypto Martyn Lucas mug. This is limited edition. No one can actually get this. We might do something in the future, but for now it's just exclusive to me and Martyn. Hi, Sensei. If you can talk a little bit about CRO, Kronos, and give your views, good or bad, that would be brilliant. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to give my general thoughts about the crypto market. We're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then we're going to see where the altcoins play into that, and then obviously we'll address your question about CRO, the specific altcoin. That is the Crypto.com chain coin, for anyone who doesn't know. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. If we just let's just get rid of all my lines. And this chart only goes back to let's have a look at a different chart. Okay. So this is, if you guys, I'm not sure how many of you people are investing in crypto. For me personally, I think everyone should be investing in crypto. I think it should be part of everyone's portfolio, whether that be at least 1 to 5%. If you're younger, if you want to take on more risk, or want to take on more risk, or have money you want to put in something you don't mind losing, because remember, crypto is high risk. There is money to be made, but there's also money to be lost. A lot of these projects we have seen to go to zero. Luna we saw go to zero, FTX, FTT, USTT, whatever that was. A lot of coins have gone to zero. Bitcoin has never. Bitcoin has always put in new highs. That doesn't have to be the case forever. There is risks. I'm not here to be like other YouTubers that are out there. I found Martyn's channel. I fell in love with his channel because it's all about truth. It's all about real life. There's a lot of channels that are just here to get views. There's a lot of, especially crypto channels, that just want to give you clickbait. This is going 100x, this is going 50x, get into this, dollar cost average. I'm not like that. I've been through a couple of cycles myself. I know you can lose. Even the coins that will come back, they lose 90% of their value, 95% of their value. Some coins go to zero. Some people don't want to hear that. It definitely doesn't get you views, but that's not what we're here to do. When I found Martyn's channel and it was all about truth, I became part of the channel. Me and Martyn have private conversations outside the channel. We've gained a level of trust with each other. Hopefully I've gained your trust on this channel. You have seen me not shill coins. I have had coins where I've said I'm 70-80% sure this is going to have a move this way, and most of the time it does work out. It doesn't mean for you guys to follow my trades. It's just to say I'm not here to pump coins or try and get views by saying one thing. It's just my real thoughts, and sometimes my thoughts are it's going to go down. That doesn't get you views, but it's my thoughts, and that's all I want to do is give you my thoughts. Finance used to be a great. What happened to them in your Finance? I don't know Finance. I know someone called Crypto. Hey Mr. Bogues, if you want Nicola and Shot, please ask Sensei. Yes, if you do have any suggestions, please put them down. We'd love to know your thoughts on Cardano, ADA and Polkadot. Yes, we'll get into that. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at Bitcoin. You're looking at the chart here. It goes through phases. The phases where you make money in these cycles are very quick. They normally, in 2 months, you make up hundreds of percent that you prepare a couple years for. So if you look at 2017, we had that move up 20,000, we came all the way back down to 3,000. You look back further, it looks like a tiny blip, but it was actually massive gains in 2014 bull run. It was sideways, had that massive pop, like that just in itself was a sort of a 2,000% move. So that's massive. And then obviously it came back down probably 80%, I would imagine. 88%. So yes. And then we went on the 2020 bull run where we went up, let's say something like another 2,500%. And then we dropped down another 83%. So where are we now? We've had this 2021 bull run. They are diminishing returns, so we are going up less. So we had a 600% move. That's great, and you have that in a matter of sort of months, which is brilliant. But then you have these moves down. So right now we've already seen a move of 78%. What I'm looking for here is what we've seen before. You have a bottom, you come back up, and then you sort of either put in a higher low, or a double bottom, or a lower low. And we have to prepare for all three situations. So a double low, if you've been listening to channel me and Martyn saying 15,000 is in the cards because that's between all three, right? Double bottom would be coming back to the sort of the 15,000 region. A high low could possibly be a bottom of Bitcoin around 20,000, and a lower low could be anywhere like 13,000, 12,000, 10,000. We had to prepare for all three of those situations. So we are currently now again looking for a drop of either sort of 25%, sort of 20 to 25%, 50%, or even sort of 57, 60%, because that will take us from the all-time top sort of down that 85%, which we have seen in the past. That'll take us down to 10,000. So what I'm looking at right now is sort of a break of structure. If you see, we've got lower, the low put in here. If I zoom in for you guys a bit more. So we've got this is the low of this cycle so far. Then we've got a higher low, then we've got a higher low. But now, what do we have here? It could be a verge of breaking that structure. We haven't currently put in a lower low, but I'm expecting, if we put on this moving average, which I like to look at, I'll explain it more in the future, we're back testing it. Backtesting means you're going back to that support and you're getting rejected. You're going to come back down, and it seems like it's happening. I did say last week on Martyn Show we are backtesting. I'm not expecting to break this. We could do, but then we'll look at different levels. But for now, it looks like we're not going to break it, and I do believe we're going to take out that 25,000 and come down to at least sort of the 23,000 to 21,000. So what that looks like, if Bitcoin goes down 10%, altcoins normally come down 25%. So I'm not bullish on Bitcoin, therefore I'm definitely not bullish on the altcoins. The altcoins, when there's not liquidity in the market, there's literally no liquidity in the market right now. The altcoins are not something I'm looking to start getting invested in. There's a few that are coming into good areas. We'll talk about XRP as well, because I think that is always sort of a DCA. But these coins, we have to see where they bottom. Are they bottoming against their Bitcoin value? Are they going to put in higher lows against their Bitcoin value? Are they going to survive next bull run? A lot of coins from 2017 didn't come back. A lot of coins. So I've been in the cycles I was part of the 2017 cycle. I made a lot of mistakes. I even made mistakes last cycle. I'm not looking to make those mistakes again. I have planned this cycle very well, and I do believe I'm going to come. There will always be a couple mistakes. I'm not going to catch the bottom, I'm not going to catch the top, but we just need to catch around the bottom and around the top. So I'm not looking to make those mistakes I've at least made in the past again. So what I'm looking for is not to get wrecked with the altcoins again. I have said for a long time I'm not touching the altcoins. A lot of you know about my portfolio challenge with Martyn, and people say, well, why are we not making moves? I'm saying let's put our money in, at least half our money in cash, earning 5%. It's safe to a certain extent. We'll get into that later, but it's safe. There's always risk with crypto, but I do believe USDC is one of the safest stable coins, so I'm happy holding at least some of my money there. If not, it can be in cash in a bond, or just some bank accounts now are offering 3 or 4%. However you like to play it, the lower the money, and if you're happy to take the risk, then do it on Coinbase. If you don't want to take the risk, do it in your bank. But yes, some of the money earning interest right now. There's great interest rates. When the time comes, we will deploy the cash. We'll start DCAing in. There's no point DCAing in the whole way down, because you're going to DCA and then it's going to drop another 20%. You're going to DCA, it's going to drop another 20%. Let's start DCAing when it's in a very high value zone. That's what we're going to do. So yes, Bitcoin's probably going to start coming back down. The altcoins are also going to come back down. So let's just address some of the comments, and obviously I want to address what you guys want to talk about. So first we're going to do CRO for James. So James, CRO, it's an altcoin, right? I think Bitcoin's going to go down. I think CRO will go down with it. I don't see a world where Bitcoin drops another 10, 20, 50% and CRO doesn't drop at least the same percentage, if not another 40%. So let's just look at CRO and look what the chart tells us. I do love CRO actually. It has massive moves, but it's normally delayed. So normally in the bull run, it's actually only been around for the last bull run. But how it worked was Bitcoin popped, altcoins popped, CRO didn't pop until the very end. So you could have made your money on Bitcoin, moved it to the altcoins, made your money on altcoins, then had cash again, and then put it into CRO, and then it had a very late pop. So that was at the end of sort of 2021. So let's look at it now. I think we are basically at all-time lows. Okay, so this is CRO. And by the way, this is what we're looking at. It's the Bitcoin bull market support band. It's a mixture of two moving averages, which I like to look at. Normally, Bitcoin above it, we're bullish. Bouncing off, we're bullish. It goes below it, retesting it, we're bearish. That's how. It's a very simple one. I don't like to use too many indicators, otherwise you overcomplicate. You make more risk trading it. And I do want to say to a lot of people, when you come into crypto, you see a lot of leverage trading. If you've never leverage trade before, if you've never done margin before, don't do it. If you want to do it, spend a year, 2 years doing it with a practice account. Don't get into it. You will get liquidated. It's very hard. You have to control your emotions 10 times more than just buying and holding. That's something else I'd like to discuss. Emotions, it will probably be something maybe we'll discuss next week. But don't get into leverage trading unless you're sort of experienced. Or if you want to get into it and you're happy to lose some money, then please go into it thinking you're going to lose the money. Think of it, you're going to a casino and you're learning. Because I've seen too many people get into crypto and think it's all about leverage trading. It's not. Okay. Sorry, let me just quickly check the comments before I do my analysis of CRO. We do have 30 people watching. We do have 21 likes. That's brilliant to see. I'm going to do this. I'm sure Martyn will like this. Let's smash the like. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I've been waiting to do that. That was fun. But please do. I want this to be a great... Okay, let me get rid of it. That should go by itself. I want this to be a very high liked stream because it's my first one, so it would be greatly appreciated. He was aware of your interest in Nicola and Shot, and I gave him a heads up. Feel free. Yes. I did hear about this. If you did want to see Nicola and Shot charts, just let me know. I can do that for you. How do you feel about the news in the crypto space? Are you expecting more buyers to enter the market? Yes, deep in the money, 100%. This ETF news is massive. We didn't cover it much on the day. We did a couple videos with Martyn. But I don't like to cover it then, because that's when it's popping. That's when everyone's stressing and wanting to get in, FOMO's kicking in. I let the news die down. It is bullish news, but it's not something... I came on the show. This is the thing about the YouTube world. Every YouTuber, every crypto YouTuber was out there saying, we're going to the moon, the ETF's been approved, this is amazing news. Price pops up, next day it completely drops. I came on the show and I warned you all. I said, okay, this is good news, but nowhere in the sentence or the court rulings does it say this is approved, this is going to come out next week. It could take time, but it's definitely going to bring a lot of buyers into this market. It's definitely why I like to be in crypto. If there's an ETF, there's BlackRock CEO is now talking bullish about Bitcoin. He wants a Bitcoin ETF. They've applied. At one point, these spot ETFs will be approved. At one point, there will be spot buying of Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin ever going to be produced. Remember that. And if these institutions start buying it, if pensions start putting it in their balance sheet, just a small amount, they want to be exposed. If funds have access to it, because so many individuals, retail people are talking to their investment funds and saying, can I have some Bitcoin in my portfolio? Is it possible? And they're going, sorry, we can't. They want they're suggesting, use Coinbase, use that. People want to be investing in crypto. They want it to be part of their portfolio, whether it be 5%, 10%, 1%. They want it in their portfolio. And as soon as we have a spot Bitcoin ETF, it's going to be so easy for these people to start buying it. It's just going to be like buying a stock, like any ETF. These institutions can start offering it to their customers. And that's going to be spot buying. That's going to bring Bitcoin's price up and the whole market with it. When trillions enter, remember, this is how crypto works. Money enters Bitcoin, people get excited with the returns, then it goes to Ethereum or the topic altcoins, Ethereum, XRP, then everyone gets excited about that, and then they're like, what's the next best coin? And then they see all these shiny altcoins, and that's where we make our 50x's, our 100x's. So yeah, I do definitely think that there's a lot of money that's going to come into this market. But right now, there's not that much liquidity in the market. Liquidity is dry. The Fed's getting rid of their balance sheet. The Fed's raising interest rates. Right now, it's not the time. In my opinion, I do think there's a recession on the cards. We'll look into that later, but let's see. I owe some Crow.x, that's Mr. Berkey. Yeah, we'll get into that. James 007. I feel CRO is very undervalued, especially when the other crypto exchange tokens are valued much higher. I agree. I think BNB is very overvalued. My personal opinion is I don't think exchanges need their own tokens. Coinbase doesn't have their own token. I don't think they need these own tokens. But it's crypto, and Crypto.com. Let's talk about Crypto.com. Crypto.com, you've probably heard of it. You've probably seen it on stadiums. You've probably seen the marketing for them. Massive company, one of the biggest ones. The URL itself is worth millions. They're great at marketing. And what does that mean? That means people want to see, okay, what's Crypto.com? Let's go on it. Crypto.com have its own coin. Okay, let's buy some. But this is only going to happen when people have money, when there's liquidity, when the bull runs back in action. So don't think it can't continue to go down when there's no buyers in this market, when the order books are thin. It can go down. I don't think Crypto.com is I trust Crypto.com more than I trust Binance. Right now, definitely Crypto.com CRO is much more undervalued than BNB. Any exchange token. I mean, FTT's gone bankrupt, so we can't compare it to that. I think KuCoin have their own coin. I haven't looked at that, but yeah, it is. I mean, you look at the chart; it's at its lowest price it's ever been. What can you expect from that? I think it went to $1 last bull run. I mean, I was in this. Yeah, it was very close to $1, and it's at 5 cents. So not bad returns if it returns to all-time highs. And do I think it can return to all-time highs? I mean, one way to sort of look at it will be against its Bitcoin value, and that sort of helps me. So we look at how is it doing against Bitcoin. Yeah, what we want to see if we do have a capitulation with Bitcoin or Crypto.com, we don't want it to start putting in lower lows from the bottom of last. So this is actually funny. If you look at this chart, this means this is the CRO against Bitcoin, and you can see how much Bitcoin was outperforming CRO in a bull run. This is what I was talking about. I was saying Bitcoin was going up and CRO wasn't doing anything. So I had this coin, and I was from the beginning. I added towards the end because it hadn't moved. But Bitcoin was going up hundreds of percent. Ethereum was going up hundreds of percent. CRO wasn't doing a thing. And as you can see here, it was just going down against its Bitcoin value. That's not what you want from an altcoin. From an altcoin, you want it to make more gains. But it did come back and at a good time where nothing else was really making that many gains, and CRO came back strong. But now we're seeing we're at the same lows. We want to hold these lows. We'll keep looking at it for you. But right now we are holding it. So is this a place to DCA? I guess it's the first real place you want to start DCAing. I guess it is at the last all-time. So I wouldn't have touched this coin until maybe when it started, sort of July, August, when it's back at these levels. But I'm only starting to DCA, if you know what I mean. A lot of people say DCA all the way down. I don't like to do that. I like to look at the chart. Okay, first level of support. Let's start DCAing now. We're at lower risk. All of this is sort of higher risk, becoming lower, okay, now we're at a lower risk. Let's start DCAing. So that's against its Bitcoin value. Let's go again against its USD value, which will probably be at all-time lows, as we just saw. I don't think this has the full. I remember when it listed on Coinbase, that's when it actually, this is the Coinbase chart, and as you can see, as soon as it listed on Coinbase, it had that Coinbase effect, which a lot of people talk about, where it listed on this is the Coinbase chart, it listed on Coinbase and went up. So you no longer have that. So that was always a perk for a lot of these coins during the bull run. They weren't listed on Coinbase. As soon as they got listed on Coinbase, it had the Coinbase effect. So a strategy back then, which could still be a strategy going forward, is let me pick some coins that are probably going to be listed on Coinbase, and you'll probably get a pump. And as you can see, we had 3-4 weeks, also the all-time highs of CRO after we listed on Coinbase. So remember, you don't have that going forward anymore, that you've already used that chip. So let's look at a chart with more, probably on KuCoin before. I don't like Crypto.com's actual platform. For me, anyway, there's a lot of coins on it, which is great. So you can, but the issue is the user interface sometimes isn't great and the fees aren't brilliant. So I've actually got buys set up for this. As you can see, my buys at a 4 cent, 25 cents, and 1 cent. This is something I drew up a long time ago about if it comes to these levels, I'm definitely buying. This isn't to say start buying then, or you definitely do what you want to do. But yes, so we can see if I just draw a rectangle. Where is it? Where is my rectangles? You thought I've done this long enough, I should remember. There it is. Okay. So yeah, so that you can see my first low value zone, definitely low, low, low. My only concern is I'm not bullish on Bitcoin, I'm not bullish on Ethereum. They drive the market more. So if they go down, as I said earlier, CRO is probably also going to go down. Best case scenario, that will help. If we just quickly go back to Bitcoin, against Bitcoin, I'll show you what I mean. Best case scenario is if Bitcoin drops 50%, CRO also drops 50%, you're not losing against Bitcoin, you're holding these lows. I think that if you look at your altcoin against a Bitcoin value, you can see, are these coins going to come back? Are they bullish? So as long as it doesn't drop more than Bitcoin, which I guess I can see happening because how undervalued it is currently, and CRO does trade a bit differently. I've got to know how some of coins trade, which is weird to say, but I've seen them so many, I've watched them every day. I've got my own sense of CRO trades weird. It trades very strange. So I can see it being strange in the sense where it doesn't drop as more than Bitcoin. Also because you can see it's been absolutely hammered. So what you're looking for is, suggest it again next week, suggest the week after, we can carry on looking for it at it for you. But what we want to see is to hold this Bitcoin value. And all that means is if Bitcoin drops 25%, as long as CRO drops 25% as well, you're holding the value. If you start dropping more than Bitcoin, then you might take out these lows, which is not really what you want to see. Also, the other issue is, you did say exchange tokens are overvalued. Unfortunately, if you see something like Binance collapse, by that I mean, let's say the company is a fraud, which I don't want to think, but I don't really trust that many exchanges. It is a possibility. Or secondly, BNB token, let's just look at it, is severely overvalued in my opinion. You've got this completely empty space. I don't think there's going to be, the order books are going to be very, very thin, but you're still up significantly. Not many coins are still up that much from the 2021. So once you break this level, I think you're going down sort of 30 to 82%. You can see a trade setup I have there. Feel free to have a look at it. I do a lot of trade setups for my premium members with exact levels and stop losses, take profits, one-on-one calls. That's what I like to do, but none of it's actually financial advice. It's just to show my members of my channel premium services is what I'm doing with my money, what's in my portfolio, what trades I'm taking, just to give people a perspective of what I'm doing, just to help people do their own trades, see what's a high value zone. It's never to really tell people to copy my trades. It's just for, firstly, education, secondly, to give a different perspective, thirdly, because a lot of people enjoy this, and we do have one-on-one calls to help them set up ledgers, what is crypto, or more experienced people might be asking different questions. So this is something I've obviously done before, and it is a trade. So yeah, so let me get back to it. If BNB does drop that, that's an exchange token. That's not going to have a good effect on CRO, because people are going to see, okay, that exchange failed, or that exchange token's down 50%. let's short this exchange token. Probably going to go down with it. The same sentiments there. So it's one thing saying it's undervalued compared to other exchange tokens, but the other thing you have to think is if the other exchange tokens are overvalued, they're probably going to become at value or below value soon. That's going to bring down your exchange token as well. So for that, let's look at these comments. So the comments on Ecamm aren't working. Comments and reactions are not available when using a stream key. So I'll try. It'll be an easier way for me to see comments later, and I can bring them up on the screen. I'll try and sort that out for next week. But I feel CRO is undervalued, especially when I vote yes. I do agree. I think it might be a place to start DCAing. Oh, and also, just so everyone knows, anything I'm saying during this stream is not financial advice. I think it's time to give you the first magic number. Write this down. This is, you do get, I'm going to show you this. You do get quite a few tickets. So this is the page. You can see it's got much less entries, and the most entries are here from the show. So if you're watching the show, you've got a good chance of winning this. You enter it here. You add up the three. Excuse me. You add up the three numbers I'll give you. The first one, write it down, is 534. 534. I wish I could. I'll put it on the screen next time, big screen, but it's 534 is the first number. I did get carried away, so I gave it a bit later. So, yeah, so you enter it here. This is the page. I can give you the link if that helps. Let's see if I can drop that in. Obviously, you can also do it on martynlucas.com/links, martynlucas.com. That will also have the giveaway page. But I've sent the link on my website. We have it on both our websites. Yes, okay. Let's have a look at this. Sorry, Binance does not list or sell. Yeah, Binance doesn't. A lot of these competitors don't like to list each other's coins. I mean, I do remember CRO hasn't been listed, wasn't listed on Coinbase for a while. BNB isn't, I don't think, listed on Coinbase. Yeah, they don't like to sort of support each other. I own some CRO. I feel CRO is yes, absolutely. Enjoying the show. Thank you, James, for tuning in. Jojo S, you need a mini alley for Sensei shows. Maybe. Only 14 million in circulation. Is that CRO? Is that CRO? Wow. Is that right? CRO. Let me check. Yeah, but no. 30 billion. 14 million in circulation. 14 million. Where's that? I think it's. Let me just show you this. Unless I'm getting overwhelmed by the show and I'm not reading this correctly, that to me looks like 30 billion. So you might, Mr. Bogues, if you're saying 14 million in circulation and you're investing based on that, you shouldn't probably be investing. I saw that and I thought, if it's at 14 million, let me buy a lot. But I think it's 30 billion. So let's have a look at the rest of the comments. Binance, sorry for Binance. AD upgrades to Hydro is supposed to be number one. What are your thoughts? Right, so I'll explain something to you, everyone watching. For me, crypto's a lot about sentiment. It's about reading the charts. It's about sort of timing. What sort of where are we? Where are we in the grand scheme of the cycle? Economics. It's less for me about individual tokens and what they're building and what they do. I feel like you're better off not getting too married to these coins, because let's say you think let's think of a different coin. Let's say you think BNB is providing so much value. It's a great coin. It's doing this for the community. It's helping people in this country. It's got some great technology. The price doesn't really care about that. If there's no liquidity in the market, that altcoin is going to go down. It's labeled as high risk. It's probably it doesn't care really about the great fundamental. In companies, it's very important because you want to be stuck with a company that you know is profitable. It's got cash on hand. Crypto is different. There is no earnings. There is no CEOs. There's no earnings calls. I think that'd be quite funny for a lot of these coins to see earnings calls. There is some on-chain things that do matter. I do like to look at Bitcoin on-chains. It really matters what the whole market's doing, and I like to trade between Bitcoin, seeing what that's doing, then applying that to sort of the altcoins and then the lower altcoins. There are times where you see a company. I like to go to a lot of these crypto fairs and talks and meet these sort of CFOs, I think they're called, or coin managers, or they're sort of the heads of a lot of these new and upcoming coins, seeing how they're applying crypto, how is it good for the general markets, what is their coin actually addressing, and they're much lower valued, and they could become something bigger. But when a coin's already massive, it's more about the market. But ADA, yes, I will accumulate some ADA. Felix, I don't actually own any ADA now, and thank goodness I don't, because if you look at the chart, look at that, down. Everything's down, week's down. I do think it's great to see, like the news you brought out, it's great to see... Oh, Mr. Bergs, I understand. It's great to see that they are still carrying on building, that they're still doing upgrades, and they're still active. Because one easy way of telling is if you go on someone on a crypto project's Twitter page and you see they're not sort of building or doing anything, nothing's happened, then that project's probably dead, and they just came into the market, pumped a coin and dumped it. But it's good to see. ADA is a big coin. I don't think it's a scam. You can never be 100% sure, but I really don't think ADA is one of them. So it is coming down in price. I do expect it to go lower. My first levels are 17 cents, 10 cents, 6 cents, even 2 cents. You've got to remember, it was actually part of 2017 bull run. I did buy a lot, sort of 2020, 2019, and it made all-time highs. So that's a good start. You're seeing it's actually becoming part of the cycle. So you can probably expect... I'm not going to say next cycle, because there's a lot you're going to learn from what I think. I don't know if Bitcoin next cycle is going to put in massive all-time highs. I don't even know if it's good. There's going to be levels it has to take out, 40,000, 50,000. I don't want to start saying next bull run I see $100,000 Bitcoin. We could do, but we just need to see where the market's at as well. So I don't want to say ADA is going to make new all-time highs next cycle, but I'm sure as soon as the Fed starts cutting, there's liquidity back on the market, recession happens, all coins are the first things that are going to start going up. I do think it's going to come back to at least $1. So don't be excited about a 4x. 4x is great, and especially when it comes down to 10x, that's a 5x. So we don't have to give these massive big targets, which a lot of YouTubers like to do. Let's just take some money and be happy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have lost a lot of money in the last 2 years, and I'd love to be taking profits. So let's be grateful for the profits that do come, and let's not try to shoot for the moon before. There's a difference if you're holding long term, then you don't worry. But I also don't think you should do that. I think crypto's at the stage where you can at least trade it with your holdings, not with leverage, but with your holdings. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things I want to share with you guys, and I don't want to overwhelm you too much. But I do think ADA is probably going to come down. 17 cents is my first target. But yes, it is bullish that they're upgrading, so I don't want to put you down on that news. James, sorry, I didn't mean to delete your comment. Yes, I did address your comment. Don't worry, it doesn't list. Prize will be drawn in next week's show. Yes, so when I give you the second number, which I will do shortly, actually I'll give it to you now. If you're still watching, I will give it to you now. So the magic number is 721. That's the second magic number. Remember the first one. I'm not going to say it again. If you forgot, you have to rewind. The second number, so this is the second number out of 3. The third one will come 20, 30 minutes. The second number is 721. Add them all 3 together when you get the third one as well. Write this one down. You put it into the website, which is... I've given you the link, so if you just scroll up in the chat, but you'll find a place on the website. You've probably done it before. It gives you 100 tickets. The draw will be next week's show. On the show, we'll find out who's won, and then once again, we'll launch it again. So that'll be weekly. We'll be doing that. So there'll be lots of chances for you guys to win every week. The best way, obviously, is to be part of the show, and you get all 3 codes. I was talking about, sorry, I did see this. I was talking about there's only 14 million Bitcoin in circulation, 21 ever minted. Yeah, so Mr. Bergs, yes, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. I'm going to double check this again. I don't know. I don't think there's 14. Yeah, so currently... there's definitely more than 14 million Bitcoin out in the market. Let me show you the exact figure. If you look here, the circulating supply is 19,500,000. So practically most of it's out. Yeah, so it's definitely more than 14 million. It's 19,500,000. And remember, the halvening is coming up soon for 5 months now, I think. So we're getting close. It's getting exciting. We have launched this show at a great time. I do think there will be a lot of crypto action coming up soon. And if anyone's tuned in and is like, who am I? Why am I on Martyn's channel? And there's this random person here. I'm Sensei Crypto. I'm the one who was behind the charts, giving you the chart analysis. I finally, and I'm very grateful to Martyn, I've got my own show, Sundays. It's probably going to be the same time, at 9 p.m. UK. You can probably see what time it is in your zone. I'm going to be doing the crypto show. I'm going to be answering questions, charts, even stocks, anything you guys like to see. But yes, you're at the right place. This is still Martyn's channel. I'm not someone random. I am Sensei Crypto. You've heard my voice before, and now you can see the face behind the voice. Yes, so Martyn's just put in the comments his newsletter. There is, please, if you've got it, open it. It's literally dedicated just to the show, and it has a magic number for you guys. Extra entries. I don't think there's going to be too many, especially in this first one. Not many people know about the show, so definitely worth opening, putting in the magic code, winning this $10. It's great. Yes, Mr. Berg says there's 19 million in circulation. Link is below in the comments. Yes, so Martyn's website link is always below in the comments. So if you want to access it that way, that's also probably an easier way, Chris Pickering. Hi, Sensei. Hello, Chris. Very nice to have you here. Smitty. The halvening is coming in 7 months. Is it? Let me check. I think, not that it's too important, I think it's coming in less than 6 months now. Maybe you're right. Let's find a countdown. So just to explain, it does vary a little bit depending on the blocks, but roughly 190. Let's put this on the screen. 196 days. So maybe you are right. I don't know what that is in month. April. So that's yeah. You're definitely right. 7 months. 7 months, 3 weeks. The top will be okay. Yep. So that is the. It's coming close. What I expect about the halvening is probably what we see sometimes is where there'll be a bit of hype, news coverage. Everyone's going to try front run it. Bitcoin starts going up, and then halvening comes, sell the news, crash Bitcoin 20% in a day, and then that's your last entry before the bull run. I imagine, but we'll be here. We'll be helping you along the way. Let me just address a few more comments. I did give you the second code. I'll give it to you one more time. It's 721. 721. Niels, does Sensei live near a highway? I don't. Why are you saying that? Is there some... I'm trying to think if there's any... There shouldn't be any sound. Why do you say that, Niels? Do I live near a highway? I think everyone lives somewhat close to a highway, but not one that I would be able to hear. Smithy, 7 months, 3 weeks to be more exact. Thanks for sharing. The top will be 9th of November 25. Save the date. Well, that is... it's very hard to say that, but that's your prediction. Maybe 2025. Yeah, somewhere in 2025, probably towards the end. I think not a bad. I mean, you're trying to cool the top of a market a few years before. It's crazy, but I like it. It's exciting. Okay. I'm just going to try this. So, Martyn does it sometimes. I'm going to do it now. Tell me if you can hear it, but you might recognize this sound. I'm going to give it a minute and hopefully we can see the likes go up. We've got 28. We only have 29 watching, but maybe a few people came in. So let's try and get that to 30. Let me know if you can hear that's the music. You should be able to. I'm going to watch and see if any of these likes go up. Let's see if it works. We're at 28 likes I can see right now. And of course, please subscribe. Remember, this is Martyn's channel. You are in the right place. I'm just Sensei Crypto. I'm doing a weekly Sunday show about crypto, stocks, etc. So, do you remember that? Still at 28 likes. If we can just get one more, I'll stop the music. I want to see if this works. Okay, I don't mind too much. Let me stop that. We didn't get one. Disappointing, but I don't mind. I'm actually very happy with the amount of... Oh, we got one. 29 likes. That's brilliant. I'm actually very happy. 30 people watching, 29 likes. I can't ask for anything better. Thanks for you guys joining me. Can you look at Ripple looking for an entry point? Okay, let's look at XRP. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned earlier, XRP is one of the ones that's different for me. I think XRP, obviously Bitcoin comes down, XRP is going to come down, Ethereum drops 20-30%, like I think XRP is going to come down. But XRP is officially the only cryptocurrency that's been deemed, even Bitcoin hasn't been, but it's the only cryptocurrency that's been, obviously Bitcoin isn't a security, but just for the sake of the statement I'm about to say, XRP is the only cryptocurrency that's been deemed not a security. The advantage that gives to people, to institutions, to the retail investors, the confidence it gives, it is amazing. There's no other coin like it. So XRP for me is one of the ones which I just want to DCA until we get much higher targets. I mean, I think XRP is one of the ones that's going to make all-time high, so I don't really mind where I'm buying it if it's going to go to $3-4. I mean, obviously I'd like to buy it when it's lower because I can get a lot more XRP for my money's worth. But how much lower can I see it going? Maybe 25%. 30 cents, probably the low I see of XRP, unless we have a massive capitulation event which brings it down to sort of 17 cents. At that time, I'm going to need to get a loan and buy some XRP. I'm joking. I don't think that's the right thing for anyone to do. Only invest within your means. So let's look at XRP. Obviously, my chart is a bit weird right now because a lot of it, as I explained, I'm in dark mode now. A lot of my lines are missing. But I don't mind. The chart's a chart. It's not going to change. So we've broken structure. We're making high lows. We had that amazing event. We took some profits. We've come back down. It's very hard for me. XRP, I just really think it's more of a DCA coin until... I think it's a DCA and you have a bit of cash on the side, capitulation, you buy some. I think sort of levels, you can start, again, DCAing 45 cents, 42 cents, and definitely that 30 cents level. But for me, XRP is just because of the nature of the coin and what it's gone through, I think it's just more of a DCA for long term, in my opinion. Can you review Nicola and shots for Mr. Bogues? Of course, let's get into that. Let me read some comments before. Great, you're prepared. Yes. Vito, hey, what about helium? I do think there's got to be a lot of these altcoin suggestions. I'm going to make my thoughts clear again. I think Bitcoin's going down. That should say a lot for what the altcoins you love. They're probably going to come down. The best case scenario is they're going to come down sort of the same as Bitcoin. Worst case scenario, they're going to lose value against Bitcoin. We will look at that briefly. But Vito, you are a member, so we'll definitely look at it. If I miss it, just do remind me, but I hopefully won't. Helium. Smitty, hey Sensei. Hello Smitty. I hope I'm saying that right. Nice addition to the show. Thank you very much, Smitty. James. Does anyone have views on who Bitcoin investor Satoshi Nakamoto might really be? So I did have this thought just earlier in the show when I was saying there's risk in Bitcoin as well. I did say Bitcoin's always made new highs, but there is risk. I mean, people aren't taking into account the fact that as small as the risk might be, Satoshi Nakamoto could suddenly be revealed who was the creator. He could suddenly access his wallets and dump a whole lot of Bitcoin. There are risks with Bitcoin. It's not 100% safe. So no, but to answer your question, I have no idea who he is. A team of 17 people, including English bloke. Hi from New York City, new to the channel. Oh, Spiritual Frumenti. Welcome to the channel. I'm only a guest of this channel. I'm doing a Sunday show with crypto and stock analysis. The real host, the person you need to meet, is Martyn Lucas Investor. He is the face of the show. He's the one who's built this channel. He's the one that shares his portfolio openly. He's the reason I want to be a part of the show. He speaks nothing but the truth. He's built a great community around the show, great family. So please do tune in tomorrow where he'll be live. But for now, definitely smash the like and subscribe. And you'll see him on the show. If you press the thumbs up button, obviously you'll be shared the show again. So hopefully you'll get to meet him. Okay, let's go back to. Of course, I don't know why I delayed it so long. If Martyn Lucas asked for something, I have to do it first, and I do apologise for the delay. So let's look at Nicola. NKLA. Nicola Corporation. We're just going to look at the charts unless anyone specifically wants me to sort of look at the financials. I mean, first off, this stock has taken some beating. I mean, if I was going to do some education, this would be the perfect stock to do some on. And let me do a little bit. I saw bubbles around my head. I don't know what that was. Something going on? Not sure what that was. Okay. So let me just explain something. Obviously, we got a massive 2021 pump. That's not too big of an issue. A lot of stocks, crypto, everything went through that. Massive pop. But then we got a drop. But the more interesting bit to me is this. So here would have been the place to get out. You got your final sort of warning. That was after the time where... Actually, it wasn't after when everything starts dropping. But yeah, I mean, if you took some losses, you'd see a sudden candle, you'd want to take profits. Especially if you missed out on that. The next time you saw a massive move, you'd want to be taking profits. Anyway, we start coming down, and then you see this is let me see if I can try and draw it. Everything's moved on this new thing, so where's my drawing tool? Oh, here we go. Okay, so high, then you see a lower high, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low. I mean, if you see this trend, to be honest, like after the first time you see it, it's just like it's not changing trend. It's just going, and then you get a lower high, sort of the same low, maybe a lower. Then you get a lower high, and then you get a lower low, and then you get a lower high, and then you get a lower low. And this is called a trend. The trend is your friend. You don't really want to trade against the trend. I mean, at some point you do if you want to get a great entry. Oh my god, it continues. Great bit of education for chart. I mean, this is when you see this in a chart from the first time. It's you want to see a difference in this pattern. So then you get a lower high, lower low, and then it's just a series of just lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now you've got a lower high. So just by looking at it straight up, it's just, why do I think it's going to be any different if that's all that's been going on for a few years now? But as I said, if you want to start getting in good value areas, you're not going to be able to buy an all-time low if you've got that thinking, to be honest. So how much lower can it really go? It's sort of, then you have to dive into the fundamentals. I'm going to have a quick look. Market cap 1 billion, so it's a small company. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm just having a quick look. Okay, yeah, so the market cap's 1 billion, that's all I really wanted to see. So you're at a point where you're sort of getting rejected from this moving averages again. Most likely you're going to head down. You're probably going to revisit 50 cent. So that might be an area where you might get a double bottom and start heading up. I'm not too confident on this. If someone knows more of the fundamentals, then you can make your decision based on that. But from just a chart, you're heading lower. I see no reason why you can't put in a double bottom at these levels. 50 cent. If I could just think of another level, maybe if we do a Fibonacci, we might get some more insight. I mean, if you hold the 786, which is currently at 1.25, it's an important level. You could be back testing that and heading higher. So maybe 125 so might also be a good level. But if you break below that, you're probably going to come down to that 55 cent area. Let's see if I've answered that question. Okay, and there was another one. Shot. But obviously, you have to mix charts with fundamentals. So the fundamentals might be great, and I'm missing something just because I'm looking at quite a bad chart, in my opinion. For that trend. Now it could be different. It could be starting forming a structure. Once again, we'll look at this. If you want to see it again next week, see if any changes are made, then we can keep looking at these things. Safety shot. Okay, this looks interesting. I seem to have lost my RSI. No, I've got 2 RSI. Okay, so the only unfortunate thing about this chart, this is what I was going to check, because I said, look, this looks like accumulation. The only unfortunate thing is this RSI. This RSI is overbought on the weekly, maybe not on the daily. you've got, unfortunately, bearish divergence on the daily, signifying reversal in the shorter term. As you can see, let me zoom in. For the chartists out there, you probably understand what I'm saying, and for people who don't really know charts, you'll probably get to understand what I'm saying over watching this show. I'll try and explain it a little bit as I go. So this is a high, this is a high. You look at the RSI, this is a high, lower high. So it's doing the opposite of what the chart's doing. That normally signifies bearish divergence, sort of seller exhaustion, meaning reversal imminent most of the time, probability wise. And that also, as you can see, sort of links up with this sort of horizontal resistance. You can see bounce back above it, active as resistance, active resistance, active resistance, acting as resistance now. Your only hope would be if you carry on this momentum and you sort of break above this 152 level. Unfortunately, if you don't, you're probably heading lower. You'll see where these moving averages go. If you put in a higher low, then you might be looking at somewhere around $1 could be a good entry. But once again, it's sort of hard to say exactly where the best entry is. You can see sort of low value zones, obviously around 60 cents. That'll be a great entry. This is looking a bit better because you can really see it seems to not just be heading down. It seems to be accumulating. It's gone sideways. There's people getting in. It's holding up the price. It's not just going down. So that is bullish, and obviously you can see where it's been in the past, so it's nice nice way to move up. So this is a key level. You're at a key level 155. You want to break that and you'll carry on being bullish. I have Mr. Bogues, yes, definitely love the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you have any more questions about these stocks and I can answer them. James 007, I always wondered if one day Satoshi Nakamoto Bitcoins in his wallet were to be released, how it would affect the Bitcoin price. I think he is supposed to have 1.1 million Bitcoin as well. I can answer that question. Bitcoin will be devastated. It will drop 50, 60, 70%, 80%. The only luck would be is if that happens, you have cash. If the Bitcoin network doesn't, I don't know the proper ins and outs. If it doesn't, how do I word it, have a severe impact on the network in itself, if it doesn't somehow cause the network to come down or go offline. Because I have heard that is possible if something massive happens. I personally think the network is sound, so that doesn't have an effect on the actual Bitcoin network. It'll certainly have an effect on exchanges. Every single exchange would go down. The news would be horrific. That amount of selling would be devastating. Every single order book would just go through them. You're probably looking at Bitcoin around 5,000, if not below. But if you have cash and you manage to find a way to buy Bitcoin because all the exchanges will be down, you're in a good place, because that means, what are the other risks to Bitcoin? There's not many others, 51% attack, but we've sort of gone past that, I think, in my opinion. That would be an amazing buying opportunity, because what else could people put against Bitcoin? So yeah, I definitely think the price would drop horrifically. That's amazing. That's an amazing short, long term. Chris Pickering. Chris Pickering also asked for SBC. We'll definitely look into that. Smithy, Sensei, can you take a look at Multiverse X? EGLD, yes, the former known EGLD, and take a more in-depth analysis. Smithy, to be honest, I'm happy to do that, but I won't, just because there is a lot of members out here. They're members of Martyn Lucas' channel, and because they're part of sort of the family, one of the perks they get is they get to get their questions answered and chart analysis and deep dives. My general thoughts, I think it's probably going to go down. But if I have time, I will come back to it. But just because, if you want to become a member, I think Martyn will be able to put a link, or if you just go onto his profile of this channel and go members and just become a bronze member, I'll definitely do it for you. But we have to concentrate on the members on this channel. Chris Pickering is a terrible company, I remember it. Bankrupt company. Putting in putting a truck into production. This is Mr. Bogues. Putting a truck into production costs a lot of money. Thinking Nikola would be profitable within 5 years is a big ask. Through the next couple of years, we'll be showing revenue. Yeah, that's what you want to see. If you start, I mean, it is tough for a lot of companies to, especially in this environment. So there is a reason why a lot of these smaller companies with less cash and not much revenue are taking a hit in these high interest rate environments. But if they continue, I mean, remember Tesla, no one had hope for Tesla, and it came back. So it could be one of those companies, but from the chart perspective, yeah, it's not good. Cheers, Niels. Hey, Mr. Bogues. Mr. Bogues, the wait is ending. Yes. Good luck on Nikola. Oh, Mr. Bogues, I assume you're big on Nikola. Well, good luck to you, sir. I guess it's always a mix of charts and fundamentals. So, so I think the wait is ending. Good luck on Nikola. If I've missed comments, please put them again. SBC. Sorry, I'll do SBC right after this. I'm making contacts with PowerShort. I've invited those at Short to join me for. Oh, that would be interesting. It's great to get people on because then you get their perspective and the. As I said, it's a mix of charts. I like building relationship in this space. Yes, that would be great. Niels, Short has an interesting business model. Would love to hear more about it. Yeah, I'm actually interested in Short. I mean, the chart looks good. What Mr. Bogues was saying the other day about Short sounded good. If it saved life, that's brilliant. I guess the takeaway with Short is that we have a short. Space is at a crucial place right now. Yes, I hope to find out more next week. I'll always be live with you. Yes, we are probably going to end the show. I mean, I don't really have a deadline, but I think for the first show, I'm going to keep it with under an hour and a half, just because I want to see what improvements I can make, if everything's worked well, and if you guys actually have any suggestions about the show, any comments you have, or if something doesn't sound right or something doesn't look right, let me know. Safety shot looks a bit like Jam tomorrow type company. Looks a bit like Jam tomorrow type company, to be honest, on Shot from what I read, but might be wrong. Oops, safety shot. Why do I keep... James 007. Safety shot sounds like an interesting product and idea. Thank you, Mr. Bogues, for letting us know about it. Yes, I'm in the camp with you guys. It does sound very interesting. I'd love to hear more from if we get the Shot person in, and also from Mr. Bogues. Right, Tesla went through a terrible time. It did indeed. I remember the times where I was very bullish on Tesla, and no one else was. People laughed at me, saying that company's not going to survive, electric vehicles aren't going to do this, that. There was a very long period of time where that took place. Chris Pickering, thanks mate. Sensei, can you look into Martyn's crystal ball? When is the crypto bull run likely to begin? Crypto bull run hopefully will begin when the Fed starts. Firstly, it's either if a recession comes out and they have to suddenly start printing. To be honest, it's going to happen when the Fed start printing, and that probably won't then take them too long. I want to look into... Carry on, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Martyn. I appreciate it a lot. And once again, if anyone's tuned in and they're thinking, who the hell is this guy? My name's not actually Sensei, it's Ali, but everyone knows me as Sensei Crypto. I'm on this show, I'm doing the Sunday show, charts, crypto, etc. So you are still on Martyn's channel. I'm just doing the show from the UK, different country, same channel though, but on Sundays. So you are still on the correct channel. Please don't unsubscribe because you think, who is this person? It is still Martyn's channel. He is in the comments, so don't worry. Mr. Bogues, great. Carry on, you're doing great. Great show, enjoyed it, looking forward to the next. Thanks, Mr. Bogues. Martyn's taking notes. I'm taking lots of notes. That's interesting. Very nice. What about space? Yes, I'll get onto space. I just need to get through these comments because there's a lot of them. What about... I don't know how you do this, Martyn. There's how do you keep up with all these comments? It's so... this is not even There's only 22. I say only. I'm very happy with 22 people watching, but you have streams of hundreds and you get through them. What about SBC? Yes, we'll get on to it. Yes, you're doing great. 22 people watching on a Sunday. I know, it's amazing. I mean, for a lot of people don't really tune into YouTube on Sunday, especially if you're in the UK. It's quite late actually, but I think it's a good time. If people are really interested, then it's I think it's good to tune in. Sensei, what was your first crypto you ever bought? Just interested in Bitcoin. Bitcoin was my first crypto I bought. I actually bought it on a site that's no longer available. It was when you had to bank transfer someone for Bitcoin. Sounds shady, but it was back then. It was actually quite hard to buy Bitcoin, and I didn't really understand it all. I see Tesla falling this week. I'm in the same camp. I'm not bullish on Tesla right now. If you want Sensei to carry on, copy and paste, spam in the chat with Go Sensei. Yeah, if you want me to keep going, I guess I will keep going. It's up to you guys. Let's put some music, and if you want, I guess Martyn says say Go Sensei. So if you copy and paste that, I will stay. Only, I mean, there's not that many people, so if 5, 6, 7 of you do it, then I'll do it. Go. Did you hold your Tesla? Yes, I did. Well, I mean, obviously profit's profit. I did sell a lot. But I held for 2021. Yeah, I definitely did. I hold nothing now. I definitely want to be back in. I love Tesla. Too overvalued in my opinion. By overvalued I mean for the current climate we're in. If some people put Go Sensei, I'll definitely carry on. And also if we get some likes, I can't believe 33 likes is great. If we get 34, 35, I'll definitely stay. Tesla is very overvalued. I think that as well. Turn off the music. Liam said Go Sensei. Brilliant. Here we go. Tesla is overvalued. Show him some love. Thank you, Martyn. Go Sensei, says Craig. Neil says Go Sensei. James says Go Sensei. I guess we're staying. Great job, Sensei. I stay up, but I've got 2 massive medical exams. Don't be a doctor, lol. I stay for the SBC chat. Oh, Chris Pickering, I'm so sorry. Less than 5 minutes I'll be on SBC. That's great though. Your medical exams might also be more important than SBC. You probably earn more money becoming a doctor than trading SBC. Or maybe not. Some people might not agree with that. James Bond, do I short stocks? Yes, I do short, I do long, I do definitely. Martyn Lol had 23,000 live for SBC flight. Answered everyone. I know. I was watching that. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Liam goes, Go Sensei. Vito says, Go Sensei. Wow. And Neil says, day trade of the day will be interesting. It will only be for the people that are in crypto, to be honest. Alex says, Go Sensei. Okay, we will carry on. Great. I guess. I know, I like it. I just didn't expect to be going on. Day trade of the day will be interesting. Alex says, Go Sensei. Mr. Bogue says, I need to run. Loved it. Till next time. Thank you, Mr. Bogues. I appreciated you joining in. We all seem like we're very interested about I forgot what it's called, but the shot, safety shot. I've got it on my screen actually. The chart's still up. It seems very interesting. I did like what you had to say about it. It'll be great if we can get the guy on the show. But thank you for your suggesting it and telling us about it. Niels, Chris, awesome. Good luck. Yes, Chris, awesome. Is that his name? Okay, Chris. Crypto trader of the day, do it. We will do it. We will definitely do it. I've given you guys the first 2 numbers of the magic number. I'm not actually going to say it again for those 2, just because if people are watching the whole show, then I think they're then they might have been doing it to get the magic number. So I don't want to take away from that. There is going to be one final magic number. It seems like we're going to be doing it a bit later than expected. Maybe in half an hour, but there is one more I have to give to you guys. Add all 3 of them up, put them into the website, and you have a great chance of actually winning the prize. Crypto trader of the day, do it. We will do it. We will definitely do it. But before we do that, let's look at SVCE. Okay. So once again, you have seen this chart before, but not in dark mode, so it might be missing a few bits and bobs, but not to worry. A chart's a chart, as I said. We will do it again if we have to, but to be honest, it looks fine. We can work with it. So, as expected, going down more. It's had a bad week again. Oh, sorry, that's a day. Let's have a look at the week. Probably a bad week. How many red candles can we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red week. 8 weeks down. I feel sorry. And do you know what? It's actually from from 411. If a lot of people know, I think this chair's a bit squeaky, so I might need to change it. But a lot of people know the famous 411. It's actually quite a famous number now because I've said it so much, and I warned a lot of people about this mark. 411. The reason I said it so much because it was really important. It was a level of support. It was a level of resistance. It was a level of support. And I said, we go above it, bullish. We go below it, I am bearish. We fell below it, and look, we've had 7 weeks down. Wow. Okay. You'd expect a green candle soon, so I think we will have to. I think the 150, which we've been saying for a long time, is definitely in the cards now. What is there to say about this? For me, it's under $2. It's sort of those people that love SBC, and there's a lot of people that do love SBC on this channel. Do excuse me, I've spoken. Yeah, there is a lot of people that like SBC on this channel. Nothing wrong with that. I do actually think it's when it's the only company doing the thing it's doing, if it survives, that has no competition really. So that's great. But so for the people that really like it, under $2, you're actually sort of getting to value. It's somewhere you start DCAing. You don't start DCAing at 411 or 350 or 3, in my opinion. You start DCAing when it gets to these levels. $2 was the level for me. Now we're below it, you start DCAing. Worst case scenario, you drop 50% to $1. I mean, it sounds horrific, 50%, but 50% is better than 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, obviously. But that more normally happens when stocks drop 90%. But if you can just limit it to 50%, then you know what your losses can be. If the reason I say 50%, obviously it can go below $1, but if it's below $1, the company is in a very, very bad place, and you're probably going to go bankrupt, and then we have to think of a different strategy. Dilution doesn't seem to have happened yet, which is concerning, which can bring us down to 150, 130, $1 even. But as I've said, under $2, you can start DCAing if you're a SBC investor. If you're an SBC trader, what you're looking for is big sudden drops. Like I've said, you want to be trading the stock under $2. So if it does go bankrupt, you've actually made some money trading it. By trading, I mean you can use leverage if you know how to use leverage. Don't use leverage if you don't, and don't trade if you just with spot. And by spot, I mean just without leverage. Don't even try and trade it too much if you have no experience, because if your emotions get in the way, even when it's not leverage, when you go 10x leverage, you're also going 10x leverage with your emotion. So don't do that if you're not experienced. But even on spot, the actual shares, if you do start trading it, and you're an emotional person, then what you're going to start doing is selling at a point where it's going down because you're scared, and then you're going to be buying when it goes up 20% because you're scared you're going to miss out, and that will repeat, and you'll end up losing more money. For me, it's more at this point is if it has sudden drops and people are scared, that's as I've said before, and as Warren Buffett I think has said, buy when others are fearful, sell when others are greedy. People are fearful. You can get a good gauge from the comments in this channel and other channels when it comes to SBC, but I don't think they're capitulated. I don't think they've got to a point where they say that, well, the people that are saying SBC to $20 will start now saying SBC is going to go bankrupt when we're above that $1 mark. obviously there's a chance SBC can go bankrupt, but what I'm trying to say is it's all about emotions, and you can see from other people's reactions where we are. So if we see another 20% drop and everyone starts going SBC, I'm done with SBC, it's not going anywhere, it's a bankrupt company, and we're still above $1, that's where I see a great buy for a trade and also long term. But for a trade, you probably can buy that and you can flip that 50% in a matter of weeks. We have gone down for a lot. So if we just get one more drop, that's big, that scares everyone. A short squeeze could make you so much money. A short squeeze can bring you up from 150 to 250. A short squeeze can bring you up from $1 to $2. That's a 2x. It can even bring you up higher, but that's sort of my benchmark. I do think a short squeeze will come. Is there any other levels? $1 is also the level. We'll look at it as it comes, but it's going as planned at the moment. We have had a bad day on Friday. We're coming to that 150 level. Let's see if we get a bounce next week. There's always a chance that there's bounce comes at any point during these levels, but for more of a long term, my next DCA point is 150. My next trade level is really where I see the price. So if you tune in during live, I might say in the comments, or Martyn's like, oh, there's a big drop, then maybe that's the point to start buying some more. Crypto trade. Come on, guys, let's spam him. Down 0.01. Niels, are you even in crypto? Because that's very... crypto is a bit more volatile than that. Oh, dollar euro. That's funny. Can you sing a song? I definitely cannot sing a song. I'll leave that to you, Martyn. Sunday night is music night. Yes, Martyn Sensei on the piano. Guys, I'm not Martyn. I'm Sensei. I don't do singing at all. I'll leave that to Martyn. Song requests, definitely don't give me any song requests. Craig says, never thought we would see 150 before dilution. Yeah. I think Martyn knows a bit more about the fundamental side of SBC to me. But it seems like when dilution comes pretty quickly after, we would get a SEC filing. And we haven't got it. So, yeah, it's not good news, is it? Take your time, get a drink. Thank you, Niels. Chris Pickering. I guess can't get much worse really at these levels. Risk reward is worth it. I think below $2. See what happens Monday night. Bro. Thank you, Chris Pickering for joining. You should probably get to bed and get some rest for your exams. Yes, I also do agree with you. I think risk to reward, it's all about risk to reward with these things, and under $2 the risk is much lower than it was before. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. It's all about risk to reward. Sensei, what do you think about ETH? I think ETH is going down. I'm not always going to be this bearish, by the way. I'm normally much more bullish. I'm bullish long term for crypto. As I was mentioning earlier on in the show, this Bitcoin ETF stuff, it's not. I did pass it off on the day because I didn't want to get anyone excited. I didn't want anyone to have FOMO, because I'm about the truth. I mean, I said on the day, obviously big news, but steady. Don't suddenly rush in. Don't FOMO in. But yes, the Bitcoin ETF news is massive. It's going to be big for the whole crypto industry. It's going to bring a lot of money in. And I think we'll see a Bitcoin bull run. I think Bitcoin's going to go up 3-4x. I think ETH's going to do a 10x. I think XRP is going to do a 25x. I think Crypto.com, CRO coin might do a 20x, 25x. I think a lot of these coins you see here are going to do a fair amount of X's. I think some of them aren't going to come back, and but crypto will come back. It'll probably come back stronger. It might come in different forms, different coins, new shiny coins that everyone wants to get into. But I will be bullish again. But for now, the data and the charts are telling me, and my experience from the past are telling me we're going to go down before we come up. But let's look at Ethereum. Once again, you can see one of my trade setups. I do this for sort of my members. What I've decided to do with my premium membership. So I have people on, and I'm trying to keep them as sort of the lowest price until we. And I've got a great promotion at the moment where you can try it out and see if it's for you. But what we're trying to do is make it much more personal in the premium service, where none of it's ever going to be financial advice. None of it's ever going to be buy this, buy that. What you're going to have access to is my trades. You're going to have access to my portfolio, how I'm going to turn 1,000 to 10,000 hopefully, and hopefully that 10,000 to 100,000 all in one cycle, and that 100,000 maybe to 1,000,000. We'll see how rich we get next cycle, but it's going to be about what I'm doing with my money, what trades I'm doing with specific levels of what I'm taking and how I manage my risk. But also there's going to be one-on-one calls. So if someone doesn't know anything about crypto and they want to set up their ledger, I'm happy to help. I'm just another person who wants to explain to people what I've learned over the years. What's the best place to trade crypto? Or how do I do this? How do I do that? Oh, what would you, what portfolio would you recommend to me? How do I manage my risk in this? When do I start buying altcoins? We can have these on one-on-one calls with each other. And that's the way I want to move forward. These charts, I do, the reason I'm doing a show is I want to give everyone access to as much as I can do during a show. As you can see, it's all fast paced. What we're going to try doing on those private Discord is going to be more personalized, more helping you on questions that can't be answered in front of everyone, that needs a bit more time, that just needs a bit more reassurance, a bit more help, because I know there's a lot of people that don't really understand crypto, and it's hard to have a conversation over a live stream explaining things. But charts I can do, so I'm happy to do chart requests here. Obviously on my premium service you can also ask for chart requests, but it's not something I'm going to only do for my members. Anyone here is happy. I'm happy now to do charts for them, and I'm happy for you guys to see these trades. I don't mind. I'm not going to cover them up. This is definitely a trade I've posted in the premium service, and the people on the premium service shouldn't be disappointed that I'm sharing this with everyone, because you're going to get so many more perks. You can ask me for one-on-one calls. We can talk about your portfolios and how you want to do this. So this is going to be available to anyone. If I come across it, I'm not going to be like, oh, don't look at this. Have a look at it. This is my ETH trade. This is how I'm going to be trading Ethereum. I have got puts on Ethereum. I'm not afraid to share that. I do think Ethereum is going to go down. It's not 100%. I have made mistakes in the past. I have been also called the top a couple of times, which is great recently. But I could be wrong. But this is my trades for Ethereum. I have got puts for the end of October Ethereum. And these are my trades. Let me just quickly have a look at the comments before I talk a bit more about ETH. I'm not having coffee because it's 10:30 at night here. I'm having water. I guess we can't get much. Yeah, Sensei, what do you think about ETH? We'll talk a bit more. Have you ever been in meme coins? Yes. Shiba, a little bit. Not anymore, but during the bull run. I mean, it's all about making money. It doesn't really matter about what it is. A lot of people are just anti-meme coin because they think, oh, there's no value. I mean, a lot of the coins you hold don't have much value. They're just pretending they have value. But the meme coin, at least it's telling you what it is, face value. It's a joke. So at least it's not lying to you, and they can go up in price a lot. I mean, Dogecoin, look at it. No one expected those gains from it. I think Dogecoin is probably a good meme coin because it's been around for so long. But there'll be a lot more to come. And the best way to do it is get in early on them. Thoughts on Solana, Sensei? I think Solana's been hit pretty hard. I think Solana, it has had a lot of outages as a coin, but I think Solana is probably something that a lot of people have heard about, a lot of people think can be a great blockchain layer. So I think it's something that will come back actually, and it's been hit so hard. Just going back to sort of half the all-time highs will be amazing returns. But still, I'm not very bullish on altcoins. Craig, I know you're on the premium service, so you know what our strategy has been. It's been sort of 50% in, 50% out, and on that 50%, we've actually made a lot of money with XRP. So we're actually up. Not many coins are up. The strategy we've taken is if I am completely wrong, we have some skin in the game. If not, we have $700 in cash where we can deploy. I have not. Have you thoughts on Sensei for the next bull run? Which single crypto do you aim to hold for most of it? The one I'll be most confident to hold is probably going to be XRP. Yeah, probably XRP. But then I also own XRP as most of my portfolio, so in theory, that means I should be selling out sooner, because I've got more skin in the game. So smaller percentage gains should give me a fair amount of money, because as it's most of my portfolio. So I don't know if I'm going to be holding it during the whole of the bull run, but I'll certainly be taking profits at different levels. I will also hold some for a long time until I reach $20 XRP, but most of it will probably go at $4 or $5. Okay, let's look at ETH a bit more. So ETH, when you look at the support band, it hasn't even retested it, it's just going down. You can see we've broken structure, higher low, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, lower low. Break of structure, and then you can see a high, higher, lower high. So you're coming down. I think the altcoin market hasn't had its capitulation yet. I think Ethereum has held up pretty well. And I think Ethereum has to go down at least to double bottom to provide value in the market. We've seen it before in previous bull runs. We've come up, however much we've come up now, and we've come back much lower. So I think Ethereum has a lot of value to give back. I don't think there's any liquidity coming anytime soon, so Ethereum's probably going to take a hit, and I think we're going to go down to $850. Don't be surprised if you suddenly see a massive candle down on Ethereum. And also don't be surprised if you get a massive candle up. I mean, ultimately, I do think it's going to come down. And I'd like to pick up some Ethereum at $500 if we get there. If we don't, then I'm not too bothered about Ethereum. I'm sure I can hold XRP and other altcoins and get some good gains. Ethereum, for me, I might buy it at maybe 800 if we get there, maybe 600, definitely at 600, 400. But we might not get there, and I don't mind if I don't own ETH for the next bull run. Yes, that's my thoughts on Ethereum. I'll head to bed. Niels, are you in the UK? Because it is quite late. I'll head to bed. We'll look further into XRP, and thanks for streaming. Of course, Niels, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. We actually, before you go, let me give you the final magic number. If anyone new has come in and hasn't smashed the like button or subscribed, please do. We're on 35, so maybe 36 would be great. This is Martyn's channel. I am only streaming on a Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time. You are in the right place. It's just, this is I'm Sensei Crypto. This is the face to the voice and the charts. I have got my own show, thanks to Martyn. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited about it. Actually, we both are very excited about it, which is great. And I'm just trying to provide as much value to you guys as possible. So please do smash the like button and get ready for the final magic number. Netherlands, Niels, what time is it over there? The chat has gone a bit quiet, so I'm going to ask if everyone can just spam sort of magic number or just stuff in the chat so we can get that chat rate higher, and then I'll give you the final number, which is written down here. Enjoying this, it's just, thank you, James. I appreciate it a lot. Let's get people saying magic number, what's the magic number, anything in the chat. Let's just get a bit more lively, and I'll give you the final magic number. Remember, this, if you add all three up, you get 100 tickets. Also, Martyn's newsletter gives you extra tickets, so open that if you haven't. Obviously, sign up with the links below. Put that into the free giveaway, which is here. Enter the magic number there. You add all three up. I gave you one sort of in the beginning, one sort of 45 minutes ago now, and I'm going to give you one now, as long as the chat just keeps going. 239. How have you guessed the magic number? No, I'm joking. That is not the third magic number. Yeah, so you can put it here. Did we get one more like? No. Anyone who hasn't liked, please like. Let's get 36 likes. Yeah, so you can enter it here, you add them up, and you get 100 tickets. Next Sunday, same when I'm doing my show, I'll reveal the winner, and we've already got another giveaway going, so there's going to be a lot of weekly people. I want a lot of people to win. We've done massive giveaways, $250, etc., but that only goes to one person. This, for the weekly ones, we're going to try and get a lot of people winning, different people. So you enter it that way. I do actually have a couple other things I want to go through before we end the stream. 239, magic number 618. And that is also not the magic number. You can keep guessing, guys. Actually, before I give you the last magic number, we'll give it to you in 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is just go through some of the Fed, my thoughts on the Fed and what Jerome Powell was saying. So let me just go to the correct page. Like 222 is also not. I'll help you out. It's above 222. It's above 645. It's below 1,000. So actually, if anyone guesses it and sends me their XRP address, I'll send you $10 straight up. So it's between 500 and 1,000. You have a lot of time to guess before I give the magic number. That'll be fun. So let me just, these are some tweets I've saved because I think they're quite interesting. So the first one is this: we have heard a lot about soft landing, but it's not the first time that we keep hearing a lot about soft landing. Before every recession, the terms of soft landing kept coming up in the news. So if you look at this image here, I think it's slightly cut off, but it's before the bubble, a lot of soft landing, but we absolutely crashed in 2008. A lot of soft landing. In COVID time, we even got a lot of soft landing mentioned in news articles, and we're getting a lot mentioned now. And you can see these are recessions and these spikes up are before the recession where everyone kept saying soft landing. I don't think it's actually going to be a soft landing, unfortunately. Some of the quotes from Fed Chairman Powell's speech. 900 and wow, there's actually a lot. Let me see. Oh, okay, there's a lot of comments coming in. Let me see if anyone's got it. 8777 906 959 906 815 814. Oh, 980. Wow, there's a lot of things being 622. No, it's not. This is fun. You guys keep guessing. I wish I can. Maybe I can give you a minute on the clock and then see if anyone's got it. There we go. You can see that you've got a minute to guess. I have to say there have been a couple close ones. You've got 45 seconds. It's covering my face, but let me move that. You can guess. If you get the number, I guess I've already said it, I have to give you $10 in XRP. Just to be clear, the giveaway was still around. This is just a bit of fun that I've somehow wrote myself into. I have to watch now. Let me see. There's so many numbers going through, I can't. We've got 12 seconds, let me see. I'm going to see what the last number was so people don't guess after. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last number I saw is 968 from Craig. So that's the cutoff point, 968 from Craig. Let me write that down before I forget it. Okay, now let's look before. Let's see if anyone's got it. How have I gone on full screen? Let me get rid of the timer. That's just something a little bit fun to get the stream going. Let's see. Okay, so the last number is 900. You can stop guessing now. I'll only say it after. Schmidt, so you can stop guessing. Everyone can stop guessing now. The last number is 987. 987. I don't think anyone got it. 987. No. There was a lot of close ones in 900. 987. No. 980. That was a close one. Craig was very close. Fritzy was also close. 981. Wow. 962. 900. No one got it. Sorry, guys. The last magic number, you add all three together, is 987. 987. People were close, but no one got it. Maybe we'll do that again next week for a bit of fun. But yes, so the final number is 987. Add the last one from about 40 minutes ago. Add the one near the beginning of the stream, 20 minutes in. Add them together. Add them. My website, sensei-crypto.com, or Martyn Lucas's website is in the description. Put it in. That's 100 tickets. Open Martyn's newsletter. That will have more tickets. Sign up if you haven't already. And I think there's a couple extra ways to enter as well on the website. Schmitz, yeah, you Schmitz, I don't know if I'm saying your name out. Schmitty. Yeah, you were very close, and Niels was Craig was also very close, but no one actually got it. So let me just go back to this. Let's talk about Fed Chairman Powell before we end the stream, and a quick what we think about next week. But this is so soft landing. We've said is mentioned a lot. People might have thought it would happen before. They always do, and recession came anyway. It wasn't a soft landing. Let's look at some of the quotes. Actually, I want to play you this video from here for a second. Tell me if you can hear this.
One way or the other won't matter, but for us, we're trying. We obviously as a group.
Let's listen to this together for a second.
Of where we think that policy stand might be, but we're always going to be learning.
Sorry, 1 second.
We've learned all through the course of the last year that.
Maybe we just have to watch it like this.
To go further than we had thought. You go back a year and what we thought we wrote down, it's actually gotten higher and higher. So we don't really know until, and that's why, again, we're in a position to proceed carefully.
Can you guys hear that?
A year ago,
So I'm not sure if you heard that. I'm going to play it again and see if I can turn it up at all. It's just this part here which interested me.
pretty quickly to get what's up now. It's just a
He said we're fairly close to where we want to get. To me that sounds... Well, he's fairly close. What does that mean? Does it mean he's at it, or fairly close as in they're close and there's going to be another one? Maybe there's another one on the cards. I mean, the language he's using seems like there is when he says fairly close. To me, that sounds like there is a probability that he will bring it up closer, higher. A couple other quotes he said is, it can be, I'm looking at this one here, it can be a miserable period to have inflation constantly coming back and the Fed having to tighten again and again. So that reminds... I think what the Fed is, Chairman Powell is scared of is a repeat of, I think it was 1970s, when they brought interest rates up, inflation started coming down, and then inflation went back up again. He definitely doesn't want that to happen, and I think he's going to destroy the economy by not wanting that to happen. I mean, obviously, we don't want inflation to go up. That's purchasing power just goes down, and that hurts everyone. But... is he going to over tighten? He's so scared of that. He's got PTSD from that, and he definitely doesn't want to be the person who does that. But is he going to push it too much? I think if he just stays at this rate for long enough, it's fine. Another thing he said is, to begin, a soft landing is a primary objective, and I did not say otherwise. That is That is what we have been trying to achieve for all this time. The worst thing we can do is to fail to restore price stability. So he's very adamant he's going to just keep going. My thoughts are what's going to happen is either, I don't really care that much if he's going to raise again or not. I don't think that's too detrimental long term. It will definitely have an effect on the markets if he raises it again. They're probably going to come down because that's not priced in. But the issues I think that where the issue comes in place is when we really start feeling these interest rate hikes. So let's say in the next 3, 4, 5 months, when the last ones, the sudden increase in interest rate hikes are really going to start being affected a year on. And at that point, I think something in the system is going to fail. Banking crisis, companies failing, recession risk, unemployment going up. And at that point, they have to intervene. And then when they have to intervene to the markets and start printing money again, that's when we're going to start seeing a bull run again. I don't think we're going to see one before. I don't think we're going to see one when interest rates start coming down slowly. I think we're only going to see one. A big one anyway is when if everything collapses one way or another, and then we see a lot of money being printed, because liquidity is key. If we don't have liquidity, then what do we have? Bill, welcome to the stream. This is me. You asked, am I going to be live? Is it going to just be my voice? Nope, I am live. My face is here. Very nice to see you, Bill. Thanks for tuning in. Sufficiently restrictive only when you see it. That was a bit weird to say, because what does he mean only when you see it? Does that mean his market's going to go down? What does he mean sufficiently restrictive only when you see it? That seemed a bit bearish to me. A reporter asked, would you call the soft landing now a baseline expectation? Powell, this is shorthanded, but he said no. So what's their baseline now? Powell said, is it a good thing that we've now seen meaningful rebalance in the labour market without an increase in unemployment? Sorry, he said, is it a good thing that we've seen... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. It is a good thing that we've seen meaningful. So this is good news, because we have seen the labour market stay strong while all this going down. So there is good news within all of this, but in my personal opinion, there's just more bad things that can go on with all of this. If we look at the watch tool, what are the probabilities? The probabilities are no rate hike. So if we do see another rate hike, which he seemed to suggest, then that's going to be a scare in the market. That's going to be another bit down for the S&P when it's already coming down now. We only start pricing in sort of cuts May, June of next year. I don't know if we're going to last until then. I think something's going to happen, and they're going to have to start printing and bringing interest rates down sooner. Okay. Well, that's my thoughts on Fed. Next week, what do I see happening? Short term, probably maybe a bit sideways, because let's go to the S&P. The S&P has... This is funny. This arrow was drawn on the day, and I was guessing basically, with a bit of data, that this is going to be a short-term top, and it has seemed to be that way. We are at support, but we're below the bull market support band. We're probably going to come down another 3.5% until we start recovering. Maybe we go sideways and then come down, but I do see more downside on stocks. We haven't really talked about stocks, but it seems like no one really wanted too much on stocks. My personal opinion is also stocks are going to start coming down. Let's just look at Tesla finally. We did say that this could be a top. We had a little bounce. We're coming into the area of support here. Are we going to see a bounce next week? Maybe next week's a bounce, but to be honest, everything's so bearish. I don't really care about a small bounce. We need to see how much lower are we going to go. If we see big market breakdowns, then I can confidently say, yeah, we are going down a lot more. But for now, I am bearish on the wider markets. It might take a bit longer than expected, 3 months, 6 months. But we'll take it day by day. We're going to do these weekly streams. We're going to have, I'll still be on Martyn's show here and there. If you have questions, I can do it then. I'm not sure if anyone has any final questions, but thank you so much for everyone tuning in. I really appreciate it. if you've just joined and you're asking who is this person, I'm Sensei Crypto. I'm the voice behind the charts. I am on Martyn's channel. I have got this show. Thank you for tuning in. We'll do it again next week. If you have any questions, have them prepared for next week. I'm happy to answer them. I think I answered everyone's questions. Thank you very much for tuning in. What I'm going to do now is crypto trader of the day, actually. I'm going to end with crypto trade. If anyone wants to participate, if you have a crypto portfolio, please let me know. Let's do crypto trade of the day. I'm not sure if we've got music for this, but we definitely can do some explosions at the end of it. We can start playing this. If anyone wants to post your scores, let's just look at XRP because that's mainly my portfolio. So let's see what I am. This is what I normally look at. Let's see, XRP. I'm down. 0.30%. Oh. No, 0.3%. Thank you, Sensei. Great job. Thank you so much, Craig, for tuning in. It's been great. James, I would say thank you for answering all my questions. Sensei, much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, James. Of course, you're a member. I'll do as much as I can. And thank you, Craig, for joining, and thanks for being a member of the premium services. Let me know if you have any questions on Discord. I'm happy to help. If you want to book a call, you're more than free to. Schmitzy got one, but I can't tell him DC'd. If anyone wants to join into the crypto day trader of the day, I'll give it 1 minute, and then we'll see if we get any scores. If anyone can beat me at my own game. Craig, I really hope not. To be if Fight Channel's lurking, you might be on the Barbie's show tomorrow. I'd rather not. If I am, hello, Mr. Fight Channel, hello Barbie. But I hope I don't get put into one of those videos. We've got 22 seconds left. If anyone has any scores in crypto, please post them. I'm the only one who's posted. I'm down 0.3%. I can start putting on the bye-bye music. I guess I win. Yes, no scores. I'm the winner of the first one. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Martyn, for making this happen. I really look forward to the streams coming up, and answering all your questions, talking about crypto. I think it's going to be very exciting going forward. I think we've reached a point in the crypto market where we're going to see some downside, we're going to see some upside, we're going to see some real movement. I think it's going to be beneficial for everyone to tune in, to see different people's perspective, and it's not going to be a show like Cryptos Are Us or Crypto, where everyone's just bullish and not just about the bullish factors, just about the lies and crazy price predictions, and it's not about the truth. This channel is all about the truth, and that's why I love to be a part of it. And I think we're getting to the end of the music. What? I'll wait until the end. If you haven't, smash the like. If we were about to finish the stream, I hope you've all got all of 3 numbers. Put that into the website. Look at Martyn's newsletter. You have more ways of winning there. Thanks for tuning in. This is the end of the show. My name is Sensei Crypto. Good evening. No. What does Martyn say? Take care of your crypto. Definitely take care of your crypto. Take care of your money. Take care of your stocks. And most importantly, take care of each other. Thank you all.